Olympics on offer. The sixth crew will not qualify for Tokyo. And this is the lineup. As you can see it, it's New Zealand in one, Australia, Germany, Great Britain, the United States and Netherlands. And hard to believe one of those is not going to get a qualifying place.
3 medals to compete for here at the 2019 World Rowing Championships.
Yeah, what an incredible lineup here as we just see the New Zealand boat backing their way onto the stake boat. Stephen Jones in the stroke seat. They need to get that boat into alignment. The plastic shoe will come up. Cox raises his hand to show they're not quite straight and ready. All those water bottles being passed forward, dropped into the net for the stake boat assistant to take. And Australia alongside them in lane 2. Kendall Brodie, just see her ponytail and her back coxing this crew.
2 minutes. Raising start system.
In lane 3, coxed by Martin Sauer and stroked by Hannes Otschik.
And here,
Germany!
Unbeaten before this regatta, the German 8, coxed by Martin Sauer.
Thank you.
They lost to the British in Rotterdam, I think.
Coxed by
Yeah,
Henry
sorry, okay.
Fieldman and stroked by Thomas Ford.
Great Britain.
Like you say, it was in Rotterdam. Those conditions maybe favoured the British on that day. Before that, the Germans unbeaten. The British have beaten them once. Wondering whether today could be their day.
In lane 5, coxed by Julian Benonsky
And the United States
stroked
in
by
lane
Osbert
5.
Hack. The United States of America! And completing the field in lane 6,
Dutch
coxed
blades,
by
the
Aranka
Netherlands
Cox
flag.
and stroked by
Netherlands
Robert Lueken.
in lane
the
6.
Netherlands!
So the crew's sitting waiting for that call over, and we can slightly wonder what might happen here between these crews. So much on the line. We can't help thinking the winner could come from the centre lanes, Great Britain and Germany, but I still wouldn't be surprised to see a surprise in this. Maybe the Dutch on the outside. They've looked so good throughout this regatta.
Yeah, I think this is such a big race for the British. They haven't had the greatest championship. Mo Sabihi is just praying there on the start of the race, and centred. That's his routine, very personal and important to him.
The Americans haven't raced on the world scene up until this regatta, so they're still an unknown quantity. Australia, they've strengthened this boat to make sure it qualifies. And of course, New Zealand, with all that experience, they've loaded this boat up as well. High expectations, just impossible to say.
There is a start, it's off, and all those 6/8s get off to a great start. Expect to see the Germans a little out of it just in the first maybe 150, 200 metres. They do come through very quickly from 250 through to 500. Be really interested to see where the British ate. The British just fractionally in the lead in this first part of the race. Great start by the British. The Dutch fractionally out of it. The blue boat on this side of the course.
As you say, Martin, very little in it. Just the centre 4 crews are the ones who've just got that slight lead at the moment. Looking at Angus Moore with that beard in the 3 seat of that Australian boat, just giving it absolutely everything, laying down the big strokes.
Yeah, the German bow, sorry Kat, German bow out in front at this early stage of the race. What a great start from the Germans. Will this be the crew to beat as they come through this 2,000 metre race up at 42 strokes a minute?
Martin Sauer just urging on his crew there. The Germans up ahead of Australia here, coming through the first 300 metres. There are the features of Hannes Otschik in the stroke seat.
Well, it's a familiar position for Martin Sauer in the back of that German boat. He likes to start to move this crew out, see his position moving away from the rest of the field. But what he'll see is this is too close to call at the moment. That green boat of Germany just ahead of the Australian crew, but still anyone's race.
1:18.82 through the 500 metres, just off world's best time pace. There's the British. They look good. They look smooth, Greg.
They look pretty smooth. This is a dragster race, though. This is all about getting that boat speed up and keeping it up. Smoothness is important, but there's a gentle tailwind on the course. It's going to be a fast race, and I think the German boat will be pleased with the way they've moved out. Australia going with them. Britain getting left in the middle of the field there.
And the Australians don't want to make the mistake their men's four did of rating too high. What's the Australian aid at the moment? They look set, they look good.
Absolutely, 42 strokes a minute in the Australian boat. Great thing to notice that, Martin. It's pretty high. Most other people are at 40.
Here's the USA crew, stroked by Austin Hack. We'll pan out to see that blade work on the stroke side.
I guess the important thing to notice as well is at the back of the field, it's the black boat of New Zealand just getting pushed out of those positions. They're going to have to move back on the crew from America. Top 5 only qualifying for Tokyo.
Netherlands, the fastest moving boat on the course. Martin Sauer looking across at the blue boat from the Netherlands, coached by Mark Emke. They've had a great second quarter in this race. It's over so quickly, isn't it? We're nearly at halfway. Germany come through the 1,000 metres in the lead, but Netherlands oh so close. They haven't been as close to Germany through this season. Could the Netherlands come through and steal the lead from Germany in the third quarter?
Well, the Netherlands raced in Rotterdam. They were out there in a difficult lane, but they performed really well that day. Here they are on a side lane, again performing really well. There's such good chemistry in this crew. They give the athletes more responsibility. They made that crew change between the heat and the repechage, where they swapped around the 7-man and the bowman. The crew wanted to make that happen. Now they are. They've got to take responsibility for their performance, and they are the ones going with the Germans. Australia has slipped back into 4th, and Great Britain sitting in 3rd.
Wow, 1,200 metres gone, and this German crew just a canvas ahead of the Netherlands crew. Hans Otschik there in the stroke seat. They're rating 40 strokes a minute, as are the Dutch crew.
Well, how about this? The Germans have pushed on again. The Dutch moved really strongly, but the Germans, I think, have held that move. Great Britain now are looking to try to come back, try to move into that silver medal position, but the crew from Germany has a length on them.
Mark Emke, beautifully coach of this Dutch crew. Mikko Versluis in the 7th seat, was up in the bow seat in the first race of the regatta, then born behind ender. As you heard Greg Searle say, went back into the bow seat, the former lightweight, and his boat will just go through the 500 metres to go in the silver medal position. They are coming back on Germany. Germany moved out, but the Netherlands are coming back. Britain still under pressure from Australia. Will the British miss out on the medal here?
Well, look, let's keep our focus to the head of the field, but also the back of the field. Look at New Zealand. They've closed that gap. They were behind, pretty much level with the crew from the United States right now. Australia are going backwards too.
The crowd on their feet in the grandstand. The excitement is palpable around this course. Holland, Germany leading. Holland challenging for that gold medal, and the charge coming from the back of the field.
This Dutch crew having the absolute row of their life. The stroke man looks at his right. He can see where he is alongside this German aid, but look at the race for 3rd here.
Well, the Dutch team have had such a great championships. The Germans here at the head of the field, they're looking pretty good on the crews closest to them, but Martin Sauer is looking to the Dutch over here on the far side of the course. The Dutch trying to challenge the Germans. I don't think they'll get them. How about the bronze medal race, Martin?
Where have the Germans found the extra pace? Britain now rode themselves into bronze medal position ahead of Australia. They came here for gold. A bronze would be a consolation prize. Netherlands trying to sprint desperately. It's Britain in that bronze medal position. New Zealand out of it. Australia trying to go through the British. The USA sprinting too. Coming up to the line. Germany out in front. The pace of the UA Bender coach crew. Magnificent as they come up to the line. Hannes Otschik. He strokes it. The Schweiner Osman right into the gold medal position. Germany world champs again. Netherlands in silver medal. What a great performance. Britain in bronze. Australia in 4th. USA in 5th, and New Zealand miss out at the Olympic qualifying place at the back of the field. I almost forgot about that, guys. So exciting was that race.
So exciting it was. That German crew, if you took the Dutch out of the picture, that would have been business as usual, wouldn't it? They were up there, they were able to control that. More or less clear water, maybe 3/4 of a length on the rest of the field. An incredible performance from the crew from Netherlands here. They have had such a good championships right across the team, and that came across to this 8 as well. Had to come through the repechage, but maybe learn from that extra race. You want your crews to improve through the regatta. Great Britain will feel disappointed. You can see their heads are down. It's a bronze medal. It's Olympic qualification, but they're hurting so much. On the inside, probably hurting, but they thought they could have been in for the gold.
The tension around this, lake in the grandstands was palpable. The crowd, with about 300-400 metres to go, they rose as one to their feet to salute these 8s charging down the course.
I think we also just got to bring to everyone's attention that it was New Zealand who were pushed back into 6th place. That huge project bringing in Hamish Bond, bringing in Mahe Drysdale, and the 8 has ended up in 6th place, so they will have to make a decision about what they do about Tokyo qualification.
Yeah, New Zealand will have to go through the... Well, he's got a rip in his shirt. Was that Rob Lucan, the stroke man? Got a rip in his T-shirt there. New Zealand will have to go to Lucerne, the World Qualification Regatta, if they want to qualify their men's 8s.
It's not for us to speculate, really, but what about Mahe Drysdale? And having seen the performance, I guess, from Robbie Manson in the single, they haven't managed to qualify that single, so it's still conversations to be had. But that's not what this is about. This was all about the performance at the front of this, getting that Olympic qualification. For now, there'll be a lot of thinking for a lot of coaches and a lot of teams over the next few months as they debrief what happened here.
Martin Sauer, what a great race he coxed there. He was right on the money, wasn't he? Just alert, you know, incisive, motivational in his calls. The British 8, stroked by the youngster there, Tom Ford.
So we saw it, the German 8 took a while to get away from the rest of the field. At 500, it's really, really tight. At 1,000, they'd made a bit of a move and taken the lead that felt a little bit more comfortable for them, but really it was that third quarter where they moved away, came through there, clearly away from the rest of the field, and it was just the Netherlands kind of surprised people and came on. Confirmation there, the win for Germany over Netherlands and Great